There is a place where criminals attempt daring heists.
Everybody down on the ground!
Where guns speak louder than words. And where beverages are sacred.
Careful, man. There's a beverage here, huh?
Welcome to the Coen Brothers universe.
I like your style, dude.
Today, we're going to explore the work of two filmmakers who have found a singular voice, Joel and Ethan Coen. We've got new content every week, so don't miss out. Hit the subscribe button and the bell icon and we'll keep you in the loop. Most Coen Brothers movies are comedies. But there are moments of graphic violence. And spoilers ahead. Coen Brothers movies run the gamut. Their approach to filmmaking can be as wide-ranging as their subject matter. And there's an intangible quality to their work that makes it Coen-esque.
Yeah, well, that's just like your opinion, man.
We're going to map out the DNA of what makes a Coen Brothers movie tick, with 7 areas of focus. Our first directing element: story. The Coens' delight is watching characters try to cheat the system. There is a pervading presence of cosmic irony in their stories, where we are reminded that no good deed goes unpunished, and that crime pays. Temporarily.
King Henry, will you do one thing for me?
Whether the protagonists are creative types searching for validation,
I don't see a lot of money here.
Okay.
or the common man who is forced into circumstances beyond their control.
What the heck are you talking about? What do you fellas got yourself mixed up in?
Life is difficult in the Coen Brothers universe.
Now, we had a deal here. A deal's a deal.
Is it, Jerry? You asked those 3 poor souls up in Brainerd if a deal's a deal. Go ahead, ask them.
The heck do you mean?
The heck you mean? I'll see you tomorrow.
If you want to build a story like the Coens, populate your stories with ambitious but inept criminals.
But I thought you might be worried.
Worried?
About the security of your shit.
And remind us that the universe has an active role in our successes and failures.
Still laughing.
Our second subject, production design. The Coen Brothers universe is populated with colorful characters. So, what makes them so memorable?
Yeah?
You hold still?
Costumes. What these characters look like is often unique and very particular.
Walter?
You think I'm f***ing around here, Market Zero?
Look at the motley crew from the Ladykillers. They couldn't be more different. And it all starts with their costumes. In The Big Lebowski, every character has a distinct look that communicates the essence of their personality instantly. Look at Maud's perfectly serious bob hairdo.
You're not interested in sex?
Jesus' rings and pinky nail are just as flamboyant as he is. The stranger is just a plain old cowboy, but his presence in Los Angeles makes him stand out perfectly.
Hey, man.
Howdy do, dude.
I wondered if I'd see you again.
I wouldn't miss the semis.
I woke up this morning with the sun down.
Let's take a closer look at the prop and costume choices for the Dude. Before we meet our hero, a prop gives us a visual clue to his entire personality. The dude moves through life and Los Angeles as easily and carefree as a tumbleweed. And then we get our first glimpse of the man. Sandals, shorts, an undershirt, worn-out robe, and dark glasses. Character, personality, worldview, all wrapped up in our first impression. The t-shirt he wears in this scene screams thrift store purchase.
We didn't,
He's not a wealthy man after all.
We're gonna kill that poor woman, man.
What are you talking about?
And finally, the dude's most iconic prop, the White Russian. While 007 has the clean sophistication of a martini,
Vodka martini, shaken, not stirred.
I'm sorry, we don't serve alcohol.
the dude prefers a drink that can include non-dairy creamer in a pinch. When you can watch a movie on mute and know exactly who the characters are just based on the costume,
It's mathematics.
that's when you know you're watching a Coen Brothers movie.
The guy?
Our third subject, color. The Coens are experts at striking a particular tone and mood for each of their films. The general standard with the Coens breaks down like this. The more comedic the tone, the more saturated the colors become.
Say, post to the next round for the tournament.
Donnie, shut the f***. When do we play?
For more dramatic moods, they desaturate, sometimes completely. And in many instances, the tone will shift abruptly.
Sorry.
Where violence invades comedy, or humor releases tension.
Then I ask you again, how you come to be out here with no clothes?
I got an overcoat on.
Are you jacking with me?
Oh, no, sir.
Don't jack with me.
Yes, sir.
For films with tonal shifts,
We got a shooting. There's a high-speed pursuit. Ends here, and then this execution type deal.
the approach to color comes down to contrast.
I'd be very surprised if our suspect was from Brainerd.
Yeah.
In The Ballad of Buster Scruggs, we get the perfect distillation of the entire tonal range of the Coens. The tone ranges from Looney Tunes comedy,
And if I don't.
to bleak fatalism. The bright white and cleanliness of Buster Scruggs' outfit contrasts the saloon and its patrons.
Well, don't let my white duds and pleasant demeanor fool you. I, too, have been known to violate the statutes of man, and not a few of the laws of the Almighty.
His presence in this space helps guide the contrast in tone that is both violent and comedic. In the fourth story, we begin with lush and saturated landscapes, matching the prospector's optimism for the next gold strike. When he's ambushed, the color drops out, except for the bright red blood on his shirt. And after he emerges victorious, the natural richness of greens and blues is restored. In the final segment of the film,
Has anybody here seen Molly?
the light, color, and tone shift from warm sunset yellow to deep, cold blue.
Will someone open the door for a lady?
If you want to modulate the tone of your film with color, like the Coens, comedies should include bright and saturated colors, while dramas and thrillers should be desaturated. And remember that shifts in tone can be visualized with contrasting colors. Make sure to check the description below for a free ebook where we provide countless examples that explain the science of color to inspire your own projects. Our next subject, cinematography. Although the Coens don't lean towards fantasy or sci-fi films, they are still world builders. The settings for their films are very specific, placing the characters in context.
Watch your step, Margie.
The Coens tend to shoot two things frequently.
And where's the excitement?
Landscape establishing shots and medium shots that capture the character in their environment.
You can't help but compare yourself against the old-timers.
In No Country for Old Men, as Sheriff Bell ruminates about the soul of the country,
can't help but wonder how they'd operated these times.
We spend 2 minutes with nothing but landscapes.
There's this boy I sent to the electric chair at Huntsville here a while back.
The juxtaposition of narration and vast landscape shots capture the heart of the story. It's a beautiful place, but full of danger, and we all choose to be a part of it.
Told me he'd been planning to kill somebody for about as long as he could remember. Said if they turned him out, he'd do it again. I don't know what to make of that.
Similarly, Fargo opens with 2 minutes of landscapes. The world is white, blank, and cold. Soundtracked with a stirring and dramatic score. In Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?, we are introduced to a southern world, hot and humid. The environment around their characters is just as important as the characters themselves. This is why they will often frame characters in wide and medium shots. Even in dialogue scenes, there is a distance placed between the audience and the characters.
I feel like the carpet's been yanked out from under me. I don't know which end is up. I'm not even sure how to react. I'm too confused.
Roger Deakins, the Coens' go-to cinematographer, has described his preference to use lenses that match human vision.
I mean, I think it's a totally different effect to an audience looking at somebody on the end of a 100mm lens as opposed to somebody that's being shot on a 27.
The medium shots capture exactly that. The character, but also their environment. Whether they're shooting comedy, thriller, or somewhere in between, they are most stylistically influenced by film noir. The Coens will go out of their way to capture beautiful images in black and white or color.
That there's the kitchen area where Mom and Pa chow down.
Light and shadow. The interplay between them can produce visually striking images. In No Country for Old Men, chiaroscuro lighting is used to amplify the depths of Anton's monstrousness. If you want to approach cinematography like the Coens, hire Roger Deakins. If that's not possible, shoot landscapes that establish the world. Frame your characters in medium and wide shots to keep context. And use chiaroscuro lighting for drama and comedy. Check the description for a link to our video on Roger Deakins as he describes his approach to cinematography.
I do.
You bet I do.
Okay then.
Let's move on to editing. Within their two basic modes, dark comedy and thriller, the Coens' editing strategies adjust to fit those genres. Comedies are edited to support the rhythm of the dialogue.
Appearances can be deceptive.
Yeah. What you're engaged in is blackmail. That is a felony. That's for starters.
Appearances can be deceptive.
And thrillers construct suspense without dialogue. In both situations, the Coens use editing to bring the audience in. We're going to look at a scene that includes a moment of graphic and sudden violence, just in case you're squeamish. By the time they made Burn After Reading, Joel and Ethan had mastered these two approaches to editing. Chad has broken into Harry's house and has to hide when Harry comes home. At this point, we're still inside a comedy. Over the next minute and a half, we cut between Chad's POV and Chad's reactions. There are sound elements to keep the mood light. But the visuals don't match. This scene is edited like a suspense film. The close-up on Chad, the claustrophobic lighting, the repeated back and forth between POV and reaction. We never cut outside the closet. We are stuck inside with Chad for a long time. Neither Chad nor the audience realizes just how serious the situation actually is until Chad notices an empty gun holster. The editing techniques that keep us in Chad's shoes has a tremendous effect. We were, in fact, watching a suspense scene. What have we learned about how the Coen brothers edit? They edit comedy to match the rhythm of the dialogue.
That rug really tied the room together, did it not?
An A. This guy peed on it.
Donnie, please.
They edit suspense to create moments out of stillness.
I knew this one done with.
And they complicate the audience by mixing the two styles in a single film. Another element to the Coens' editing is their use of inserts. We've got a link in the description to a video on how they get the most out of an insert shot.
Little bastard, I want to see you!
Moving on. Sound. Like most filmmakers, sound serves an essential function in a Coen Brothers movie. But where they step away from the pack is when they allow sound to be isolated and exaggerated. Sound plays a key role in the storytelling in the Hudsucker Proxy. The heightened reality of this world's look is accentuated by exaggerated sounds. Listen to the sound of Musburger's chair as Norville sits in a place of power for the first time in his life.
Put your feet up.
Or struggle when he has that power taken away.
You're fired. Get your feet off my desk.
It sounds like a cartoon dog trying to hold onto a bone.
You're fired. Get your feet off my desk.
In their thrillers, the Coen brothers pushed the emphasis on sound.
Well, I got to close now. You live in that house out back?
Think of this moment.
Yes, I do.
You lived here all your life?
This is my wife's father's place originally.
The tense nature of the scene creates a silence that allows for the tiniest sounds to emerge. And notice the irony of this choice. The crinkling of a package releasing its tension as the suspense rises.
Sir?
The most you ever lost in a coin toss?
I don't know. I couldn't say.
Hold it.
If you want to approach sound design like the Coens, isolate and emphasize sound effects.
Say, dude, where is your car?
In comedies, humour can come directly from sound choices.
Where you going, dude?
Going home, Donnie.
Phone's ringing, dude.
Thank you, Donnie.
In thrillers, let the isolation around the sound focus our attention.
It's a lesson too late for the learner.
Our final category, music.
Made of sand.
Setting is a major component of the Coen storytelling.
Soulless Turner.
No other element steeps the audience into a time and place like music.
I am the man of constant sorrow.
In Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?, Depression-era Mississippi is presented visually and sonically.
Oh, brothers, let's go down. Let's go down. Come on down. Come on, brothers, let's go down.
Los Angeles is a very diverse locale, filled with eccentric characters.
You see what happens? You see what happens, Larry?
In The Big Lebowski, the Coens capture this with a number of distinct music cues.
I'm the dude.
Each character gets a musical personality. Creedence Clearwater Revival for the dude.
Listening to Buck Owens.
Melodramatic Mozart for The Big Lebowski.
Mr. Lebowski.
What makes a man, Mr. Lebowski?
Dude.
Huh?
The Gypsy Kings' rendition of Hotel California for Jesus.
Wake up to see Hotel California. Such a lovely place. Such a lovely place.
German electro-pop for the Nihilists.
Are these the Nazis, Walter?
No, Donnie, these men are nihilists. There's nothing to be afraid of.
Hang me, oh, hang me.
Inside Llewyn Davis is inextricably linked with the folk music scene in Greenwich Village of the early 60s.
Hang me, oh, hang me. I'll be dead and gone.
We hear Llewyn's character through his music.
But the laying in the grave so long, poor boy, been. And the old triangle.
But we also get a full-bodied picture of Llewyn's world.
Oh, it's fairly well, my darling, true.
The other musical acts provide that context with their own unique style.
But I'll return to you someday.
He dislikes every other artist we see.
Where's your corncob pipes?
10, 9, 8, 7.
He sells his soul to play on a record of song he doesn't even like.
1 second, please.
Please, Mr. Kennedy. I don't wanna go.
Don't shoot me in the outer space.
Each of these three characters have their own voice.
I don't wanna go.
Don't shoot me.
Jim's pop sensibilities,
I sweat when they stuff me in the pressure suits.
Llewyn's soulful harmonies,
Gordon boots. No.
and whatever this is.
I don't wanna go.
Don't shoot me in
Who wrote this? I did.
In Llewyn's mind, he is the most authentic performer and worthy of the praise bestowed upon others.
Will you open my right side?
All of this context makes him a richer and more defined character. And the music makes this possible.
You're okay. You're not green.
Let's find each other tonight.
If you want to use music like the Coen brothers,
Be alright.
choose tracks that firmly establish the time and place of your story,
So, are you from around here?
and incorporate musical themes for your characters.
Just in and out. Just a little of the old in and out.
The Coen brothers have created dozens of iconic and memorable characters in their films. Which one is your favorite and why? Share them in the comments. And let us know which filmmaker we should cover next. Do you want to continue your exploration of the Coen brothers movies? Check the description for a link where we rank their filmography from the very best to the very worst. Class dismissed. Make sure to subscribe to our channel below. Click the bell icon for notifications and follow us on our Instagram page.